to the Store Manager Academy. We are in week 4, lesson 6. We're going to talk about time management, real time management, not the 4 quadrants, the urgent, the non-urgent, the important, the not important. Those are great things. They sound great. They look great on paper. And in a certain way, you can apply them. But let's be real here. As a store manager, your day can just be blown up. Your time can just be blown up, and you can lose track of time very quickly. And those 4 quadrants aren't going to help you. I'm sorry, they're not going to help you as a store manager. And, of course, you can repeat the 4 quadrants and look good, but at the end of the day, how are you managing your time as a store manager? Number 1 lesson that I learned as a brand new store manager that saved my life was not to schedule 14 hours of work into a 9-hour day. Well, Stephen, that seems simple, right? It's not so simple, is it? You get in there, you're doing all this work, and then all of a sudden this urgent matter comes and you've got to address that, and then you forgot to write the schedule, so now you're spending 2 hours after 5 p.m. working on the schedule, but then you have someone that gets caught stealing in your store, so you go and deal with that, you deal with the police, and you're 2 hours into that, and now you're back at the schedule, and oh my gosh, it's 10 p.m. and I've been here since 6 a.m. I've had plenty of days like that, and I know you have too. So you've got to set realistic expectations of your time. So first thing, just do your best to not schedule 14 hours of work into a 9-hour day. But more importantly, tackle the things that are most urgent, that are most important to you at the beginning of the day. So this is where real time management comes into play as a store manager. I call it your MIT, your most important task. Write down at the beginning of the day, right when you get in. Some of you can do this the night before. Those forward thinkers, you know who you are. Write down the 3 most important tasks for the day, the biggest ones that are going to take the most amount of time of your time. Write those down in your planner, on your phone, and tackle them first. These are tasks that probably are going to take 20 minutes or longer, okay? That's the type of task I'm talking about. Something that's going to take some real dedicated time, whether it's training a new employee, whether it's doing a management meeting with some of your department managers, or whether it's writing the schedule, doing interviews for the day, whatever those are, 3 most important tasks, the biggest tasks of the day. Write them down, plan for them, get them done, knock them out as fast as possible, knock them out first. Then, you're going to add 10 minor tasks. Things that need to get done, okay? Maybe it's doing some ordering. Maybe it's for your forward thinkers that are planning ahead of time. Maybe you're doing some ordering. Maybe it's, catching up on all the emails from the day before. 10 most important tasks that are next to the 3 largest ones. And typically, those tasks are ones that take 10 minutes or less in many cases. If you knock out 13 tasks in one day, I'm telling you, your life is going to be so much easier as a store manager. But if you don't think about this, if you don't plan these out and tackle them head on, you're going to be stretched really thin. And at the end of the day, you feel like you did a million things, but you accomplished nothing. That's why you just tackle your top 3 biggest tasks as fast as possible, all of your energy and effort, and then work on the 10 smaller tasks. Maybe you don't have 10 that day. Maybe you only have 7 of the smaller tasks. But tackle the 3 biggest ones. That is what will help you manage your time as a store manager. Now, understand you will have days that are just crazy. And you you have to embrace it. Some days are crazy, and that's how it is. But every day, work on teaching somebody something new that takes a task away from you. That will really help in the long run. So if there's tasks that can be delegated, that should be delegated as a store manager or as an assistant manager, you need to start right now teaching those people those tasks so you can take that off your plate. Because in the big scheme of things, you're the director. You are making sure everybody's getting the work done and not you. You get the work done through your people. So that's where you should be focusing your time, is teaching your people, training your people, developing your people to run a profitable store. That is how you manage, that's how you truly manage your time. You use your time to develop your people. And you should be working on your business, not in your business. 80% on your business, 20% in your business. So and the reason it's only 20% is you got to be in the loop with your customers and what's going on day by day. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for being in the loop for what's going on in your business, you could spend 100% of your time on the business. But you've got to be realistic here. 80% of your time working on the business, getting your people to run the business for you, to get the work done through them. Okay? Now, there are some strategies that can help you manage your time that may work for you, may not. I know for me, actually scheduling out every 30 minutes of my day in my day planner did work for me. I wasn't always stuck in that planner, right? There was things that just happened that I just didn't do what I said I would do from 9 a.m. to 9:30. But in that planner, I put my 3 most important tasks, where they needed to be, where I knew I could tackle them head on. And then my 10 smaller ones, I put them in there as well. And then I actually scheduled time for emergencies. I knew that anytime I logged into my email, I would spend at least a half an hour responding back or getting some paperwork or some data to somebody. It was always a mess getting into my email. I'd always take a half an hour out of my day. So you can imagine checking your email every hour. Half of your hour is spent on responding and replying and getting these reports. It's a joke, right? But emails have to be responded to. So I finally made the decision that I'm going to give someone a 2 to 3 hour window before they'll get a response from me via email. If it's any more urgent that they need a response before 3 hours, then they will call me, right? So I switched my mentality from checking my email often to checking it once every 3 hours. I usually checked it in the morning when I first got in, okay? Then I checked it before I went to lunch or after lunch, and then I checked it an hour before I went home. Because usually there's a lot of important updates, right? Towards the end of the day, the corporate office, they're out at 5 o'clock every day on the dot. So whatever time it is where your corporate headquarters is at 5 o'clock, if it's 5 o'clock Eastern time and you're in Mountain Time or Mountain Standard Time, that means that's 3 o'clock your time. That's when you need to realize those emails are coming in, so you may schedule time at 4 p.m. to actually go in there and start responding to it. So that is some of the best time management advice that I can give you that actually works in the field. Don't worry about the quadrants that you learn in almost every management book. Those sound nice, they look nice, and in some ways they can help you, but what's really going to help you is if you tackle your 3 most important tasks of the day as fast as possible, then the 10, and then that's it. Then you can use your time for everything else. Thanks for watching this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.